So it's hitting me, it's pretty cropped. Not like a ton, but like see, this is where my hips are, like right here. So my waist is here. So it's kind of hitting me right. I feel like that's a good spot. Is the right? Pretty sure it's on the right way around. So I still have my sleeves to do, obviously, and the it looks like they're really tight, but it's because of the cords, so don't mind that. I would want to make this with maybe like another version with a little bit more positive ease. I really want to make something that has a lot of positive ease. And I realize I can just pick a bigger size, but sometimes I just like, well, I think, no, not even sometimes, like all the time, I just go with the recommended ease, or at least I attempt to. And I really just want some bigger oversized sweaters, and I don't think this is not going to be that, but that's okay. Because, you know, I also want some that, you know, fit a little bit, you know, more, I guess, like true to size as well. And I don't, as long as the sleeves aren't too thin, I think this will be good. I think this has enough, like, I think it has enough positive ease that it'll still be very comfortable. Do you guys ever, well, I'm sure you do. Well, I hope you do. Do you ever just get signs from the universe that you're, whatever you were just thinking about was the right thing? And like, just, yeah, that confirmation. We love it. Okay, so I'm sitting at my desk, which I normally don't do these days because it was always so messy behind me, and it probably still looks a little cluttered back there, but I cleaned, like last weekend I did a lot of cleaning, which was really nice. And I feel like, I don't know, there's not a lot of lighting over here, but I feel like it gives kind of a cozy vibe. In case you're like, hey, what the heck were you just trying on? Because I realized I didn't say it. So if you're new here or you haven't been keeping up to date with my podcast, this is my semper sweater. It is a pattern by the Knit Pro Girl, and I am knitting this in Knitting for Olive Merino and their soft silk mohair in the shade Hazel. And I'm so excited. It's turning out really, really nicely. So I just did the tubular bind off, and I think this is why it takes me so long to weave in, or not weave in, like sew the tubular bind off. Like so. Because I feel like I just always give it such a long tail because I'm so anxious about potentially running out of yarn that I always overdo it like a lot, which is fine, but also I think that might be why it takes me like hours. I watched Pride and Prejudice last night, the movie, not the, is it the A&E? It's either like A&E or BBC, or maybe it was both, I don't know. But the one with like Colin Firth, I didn't watch that one, like the mini series. I want to now. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I feel like, oh, sorry about my chair. But I feel like, yeah, Pride and Prejudice, I feel like both the movie and the mini series are like just such good watches. I don't know if that's a phrase, watches, but like they're just good. They're nice to watch. They're good comfort like shows / movies. Yeah, I started the bind off while I was watching that movie, and I got like halfway through, and then I was over at my parents' house this morning, so I spent a little bit of time working on the bind off there, and then I came back home and I finished it, and it's now 12:30. So it took kind of a whole evening and morning to do that bind off, but it's okay. It was nice. Also, I decided to try out one of the new fall drinks from Starbucks. I am not up to date. I used to be like a very hardcore PSL girly, and then the past few years it's just like too sweet for me. So I actually haven't even gotten one this year, so I need to do that. But I had heard someone talking about some of the other fall drinks, or I feel like multiple people talked about them. And so I was like, let me grab one of them. And which one did I get? It was like, I took a screenshot of the app because I didn't want to get the name wrong, and I was sending my order to my dad to get it for me. So I got the apple crisp oat milk macchiato. And I think what I've realized is the thing that I don't love about these drinks is that I just kind of want a coffee drink that has like a hint of like these fall flavors. But instead I just keep getting like, I'm like, this just tastes like apple crisp, but like in a drink form. And it doesn't taste like coffee. And I think that's the thing where I'm like, it's too sweet. I don't want dessert right now. I want coffee. Also, this is really cold now, and I feel like it was so cold today. I feel like it didn't really stay warm for very long. So I think it also tastes better when it's hot. And I'm a slow coffee drinker, so it got cold before I feel like I could really fully get a full opinion on it. But I think it's just that it's like a little, it's not as sweet as the PSL, which I enjoyed, but it's a little much. So still a little much for me personally. Yeah, it's almost, I mean, it's like 20 minutes now until 1. I might take my dog for a little bit of a walk because I think she didn't really get one this morning. My dad tried to take her, but she was like, something was making her a little skittish, so they didn't get very far apparently. So I'm going to take her out again and just maybe kind of walk around, kind of just be outside for a little bit. Even though I think it's gonna, I don't know, it looks really cold out, which is fine. I've been wanting that. But more from a like, so I can stay inside and be comfortable and cozy kind of a place. Not so I can necessarily be outside in it, but I'm gonna go do that. And then I think I will try to figure out some lunch for myself, and then I will, but I wanted to spend a good portion of the day. I don't know if you guys have seen this channel. It's called Art with Flo, and Flo teaches you how to use Procreate and like does a step-by-step, it's like paint by numbers, but for like adults, step-by-step instructions. You literally just like recreate like the thing that she has drawn, and it's so relaxing. And I feel like it makes me feel like I can actually draw, even though I'm just copying what she's doing, but it makes me feel like at some point I will get to a space where I like could start to draw on Procreate and actually draw things that like I come up with. But I feel like the reason I never draw things is because I don't have ideas. And then even if I did have an idea, I don't know how to like take it from like what I would see in my head to like on paper or on screen, since I'm using an iPad. But I just feel like if I do enough of those tutorials, which I do really enjoy, like maybe at some point I would have like my own idea, kind of like the way that I feel like a lot of like knitting designers, they're knitting other people's designs, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, you know what, I actually have an idea for a design, and then they now have the technical skills to like create that design. That's kind of where I feel like it could be for like drawing on Procreate. Like eventually I'll get to a point where I have the technical skills to do it, and then I'll finally like have an idea and I'll know how to get my idea onto the screen. That's my thought process anyway. And also it's just like really fun to just, that's what I like about knitting too, is like someone's telling you exactly what to do and you just do it, and then you create something really beautiful. And it's like, that's why I think I like it so much, because I don't have to think too much, you know, I can just be creative. I don't have to think about it. So whereas like writing, sometimes I have a lot of resistance because I'm like, oh, I have to think about, but also sometimes I don't, because I just get into the flow and it just naturally comes to me. It just depends on the energy, on the vibe. But yeah, so I just want to have a really creative weekend where I just do a lot of different creative things. We'll see how far I get on my knitting projects. I did a little writing yesterday, so I would like to do a little more today. But I think I'm mostly want to concentrate on getting outside for a little bit and then drawing a little bit. But that was why I made sure I plugged in my iPad, because I don't think I've charged it in a while. So gotta make sure it's all charged up and that my pencil is charged and all of that, so that I can draw something. And I'll show you guys if I do that. But anyways, and we'll start the sleeves on this hopefully today. That's another goal that I have. I just want to at least get a sleeve started. I don't need to make a ton of progress. I just want to pick up the stitches and get it started. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll check with you guys later, and hopefully this is fun, cozy, kind of chatty vibey creative vlog for you to watch. Okay, so my dog would not go for a walk with me. I took her out and she went to the bathroom, but she would not go like out of our little neighborhood. She was like, nope. And I think it's not super windy out, but it's just windy enough that I think she like isn't sure, you know, she's kind of like, what's going on? So this is why I bought this a while ago. I don't know if I ever vlogged about it, but I bought a walking pad because she doesn't like going on super long walks. Like, she likes to stop every 5 seconds and sniff things, and then there's days like today where she's like, no, I will not go. But she also hates when you leave her. So I don't ever get a good walk in when I'm walking her, but also she has separation anxiety, so I don't like leaving her home alone, thus the walking pad, so I can get a walk in. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm a little warm. I feel like moving it all in this thing is just too hot for me. When I'm sitting and knitting, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm cold. But now I'm like, I barely walked and I'm overheated. So I'm gonna go change into, well, actually I'm just gonna take this off and I'm going to change my socks into, because I have like really thick socks on right now that won't fit in my little walking shoes. And yeah, I'm gonna pop on an episode of something, probably New Girl. I'll watch something and I'll get a little walk in, and then I will shower and have my cozy creative day. I think that's a good plan. I will check in with you later.
Under the heat, I'm half awake. I've been hung up on yesterdays. Woke up at noon, I'm in a daze. We'll keep on pushing anyways. I don't know where I'm going. 2 days, one big commotion. I'm being carried by the wake. So hold me like an ocean. I need your soothing motion. Please help me take the pain away. Yeah.
Hello. Just giving you a little update. It is Sunday. I keep wanting to say it's Saturday and it's not, and that keeps making me really sad. It's Sunday. It's 12:30. I came home to grab a couple of things. I was over at my parents' house, and I'm going back over because my dog just really likes being over there. I think she just has more fun there because there's more people. So I'm gonna go back over there, and I just wanted to update you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, part of me is like, oh, take the camera and you can get a couple of B-roll clips of you knitting while you're over there. But I like hate vlogging in front of people, even though, like, I'm pretty sure my mom watches my videos, so it wouldn't be like that weird, but I don't know. My brother and my dad are over there and I just don't wanna, I feel weird. But I am grabbing a project bag and this yarn, which this one came like, it just was falling apart, like even before I opened the bag that it came in. It's the Durarum Natura Antigone or Antigone. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I've never heard anyone pronounce that yet. So I don't know how to say it. I don't know what language it's supposed to be. I am taking that over to my parents' house. I was thinking I just really want to cast on something new. So I'm going to cast this one on because this is a 100% linen yarn. So it's kind of more supposed to be summery. And the pattern I'm making with it does have like longer, I think they're like 3/4 sleeves. So I'm going to be able to still wear it in the fall time. But I'm like, I feel like I need to start it now. Otherwise it's going to be like winter by the time it's done. And then I will be like, cool, I can still wear it, but I'm going to have, you know, it'll be like I have to layer it. So I feel like if I can get it started now and finished in the next couple of weeks, then I'll get more use out of it. and be able to kind of show it off. So anyways, I'm gonna go over to my parents' house again. Like, I was already there. I came back to grab some things, and now I'm going to head back over. My dog is over there, and I don't know, I don't really know if I want to bring my camera, but I feel like I should bring my camera to vlog, because that's what a good vlogger would do. But I hate vlogging in front of people, but I could just do b-roll. We'll see what happens, but I will update you guys later, and I'll try to grab some b-roll, and I'll take my camera with me, because that's what a good vlogger would do. Okay, I'm back home, and let's see, what time is it? My dog's eating her food, so if you can hear that. It's almost 4 o'clock. I'm really trying to decide if I have enough energy to do my makeup, sit down in front of the camera, and film a podcast. And I just feel like I don't have the energy. But I'm also like, what else would I do today except for like sit around and knit, which is perfectly acceptable. That's actually the perfect thing that I could do today. I just feel like the longer I put off a podcast episode, the more I'm gonna have to talk about, and the like longer it's gonna be, and the more work it's gonna feel like, if that makes any sense at all. And I also feel like my hair is gross, so I don't know if I want to film today. But you know what? I think that I should. I think the biggest thing is that I just don't really want to do my makeup right now. Let's go do it. Let's do it before I sit here and overthink for like forever and ever. By the way though, I worked on my sleeve, the first sleeve of my semper sweater. And then I also, I only did like 3 rows of, it doesn't even like look like that. I did like 3 rows of the Donner pullover. Barely got started, but at least it's on the needles now. I'm gonna go do my makeup and go film a podcast, and I'll be back to do a little bit more knitting. Hopefully it won't take me, it's probably gonna take me, I'm gonna see if I can get my makeup done in like 30 minutes. I just feel like I'm really slow at it, even if I'm not doing very much. And then hopefully I can get the podcast filmed under like 2 hours. I feel like it just takes me a while to like set everything up and all of that jazz. So hello. I feel like this is such a cozy fall vibe. This lighting. It's very warm. And I'm wearing warm warm colored anyway. It's not warm. I'm actually kind of chilly. This is such a thin like fabric. So and I said this in the podcast that I wore this in. It's store-bought, so in case you're like, what is that? It's nothing. So I just got done with filming my podcast. Felt good to get it done. I had so much to talk about, and like usual, I feel like there's always mohair in my eye. Sorry, you guys didn't need that close up to my eyeball, sorry. So it's 6:30 now. I'm hungry. I don't know what to eat, so I'm gonna figure that out. I also think I need to take my dog out to the bathroom, but it is raining, so I don't really want to go outside, but gotta do it. Gotta take care of the dog. So anyways, she's not gonna want to go out either. She's gonna take one look outside and be like, no thanks, Mom, I'll hold it. And I'm gonna be like, no, you're not gonna do that. So anyways, so yeah, I have the rest of the evening to just knit. So I think I'm gonna probably focus on my semper sweater sleeve. So that's what we'll do. Once I feed myself, well, I'm gonna take my dog out, then I'm gonna feed myself, then we'll knit for the rest of the evening and probably wrap up the vlog because I feel like tomorrow is just gonna be busy. So, because I work tomorrow, so I'm like, I don't really want to, I don't know. I don't really like vlogging during the work week because I only can vlog like at the end of the day and I just feel like I'm always tired. We'll see. Maybe I'll wrap up the vlog tomorrow night. It is Monday, 6:40 in the evening. Okay, so I got some notions in that I just ordered like a couple days ago. I will leave the Etsy shop linked down below, but oh, that's so cute. They included a bunch of stickers. Okay, let me see. So there's this sticker. There's this little guy. And yeah, this is the Etsy shop. Now for the actual things I ordered. So I wanted some, oh, these are so much bigger. Like they looked so little on the website. That's kind of funny. I just wanted some fall-esque like needle stoppers and stuff. So I purchased some needle stoppers. There's this set. These are the ones where I was like really thought that they were a lot smaller for some reason. That's not a bad thing or anything. I'm actually kind of glad that they're a little bit bigger. I don't know why I was thinking they were so small. And then I purchased these. They're little leaves. Thought these were like a very fall, oh, nice fall color and leaves. I thought that'd be cute. And then I just couldn't help myself when I saw these needle stoppers because I'm not as into tarot as I used to be, but still an interest of mine. So I thought these were kind of a must-have for me. Those are my new needle stoppers. I'm so excited. I also feel like I haven't really been using needle stoppers lately. I just feel like it helps the knitting experience, you know, it just like adds a little something to the knitting experience. And I feel like, yeah, I've just been missing not having like needle stoppers, and sometimes I haven't been using my really cute like stitch markers and stuff. I feel like I need to get back into that because they're so much fun, and I don't need to buy anymore. Like I have some I can use, but I just haven't really been using them. I've been using kind of my like basic ones. I'm going to put these, which ones do I want to use for my semper sweater? I think these would go, these leaves would go really well with the brown on my semper sweater. So I think I'll use these needle stoppers for that.
Under the heat, I'm half awake. I've been hung up on yesterdays. Woke up at noon, I'm in a daze. We'll keep on pushing.
I'm so sorry, this room is a mess. I really need to clean in here. It's 8:02, it is Tuesday morning. And I just wanted to show you where I was at. And the HOA hires, you know, landscapers and stuff, obviously, to keep the property looking nice and all of that. But they're out there leaf blowing, and we just had a storm last night, so like they're out there and they probably have a lot of work to do, like, so I guess I can't fault them. But they started so early, like they started before 8, and like you know, we all know that the rule is that you don't start that kind of work until after 8. And so like I was already awake, but I was kind of having like a nice relaxing, you know, snuggle in my bed with my dog, and you know, I was gonna gently get out of bed, and then that started. And it's so, for some reason, it's so much louder. Like this is the only part of my house where I don't hear it as much. So I was gonna try and update you guys downstairs, and then I was like, y'all aren't gonna be able to hear me. So it's totally okay. Not a big deal. I'm just really tired, and so it's like extra loud, I feel like. But I wanted to show you my semper sweater. Yarn balls with me so that I can not be all tangled in yarn. Like as soon as I brought this over, my nose started to like get itchy. I'm not sure how I do with mohair, to be completely honest. I've made a sweater with mohair before, but I don't really wear it because it didn't turn out very well. So this is the first one that I think I will be like wearing a ton, and it's gonna have mohair, so we'll figure out how I do with mohair. First of all, look at my little needle stoppers that I got yesterday, and then I already had this, and I've been waiting, because I feel like oh god, here. I feel like I didn't have this until maybe like winter time last year, so I didn't really use it. I don't know if you can tell, it's like a little leaf. So, doing the right sleeve, and look, it's getting so long. I think I need to try it on because I still have like so many more rows to do with like the decreases and stuff, and so I think I need to try it on and make sure, because I am shorter, so, but like, I think it feels like they came around to this side of the house now, and now it's loud again. Like they're following me, I can't get away from them, okay. But the body is pretty like short, like I knit it to the length the pattern stated, and I think it is a little bit shorter, so I don't know if, I think her name is Sophie, right, Knit Pearl Girl, I don't know if she's also petite, but I think I want to try on the sleeve and just, I don't think it's too long yet. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it's, yeah, it's definitely not too long yet, but I want to try it on and just make sure that I'm not gonna end up with like a really long sleeve, because I don't think I have the longest arms. So anyways, that's where I got to. I have a few more rounds, like sets of, you know, plain knitting, and then the decreases, like I have a few more of those to do in the sleeve, and then I'm not sure how much there is left after that, so I'm hoping to finish the sleeve. I'm hoping to finish the sleeve soon, but also I really want my snood. Like, I feel like every morning I wake up and I'm like, that would be so nice to have, so I think I might try and concentrate on that one this evening and see if I can get it done. And then it's gonna take me another little while to weave in all the ends and block it. At the very least, it'll be done. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, because I mentioned in my last podcast, which will probably go up before this video, but I mentioned in my last podcast that I wasn't going to be talking about books and what I'm watching and stuff in the podcast, because A, I don't think anybody was watching that part. Maybe they were, but yeah, and it just was sort of like, I don't always have a book, like, or a TV show that I want to talk about, because like, I don't always, like, I don't want to talk about stuff I don't really enjoy, and so it doesn't really make sense, but I feel like I can talk to you guys in real time about the books that I'm reading, and that would be fun. So I'm not gonna give any spoilers, because that would be rude, but I am reading Curse of Shadows and Thorns, and I'll put in like I'm reading on my Kindle, so I'll put in like the book cover here in color so you can see. And this one I think made the rounds on Book Talk like a while ago, and I remember specifically the like the main male character is named Legion Grey, and I like remember that, like that stuck in my brain, and so I think this had its moment on Book Talk, and I never, for whatever reason, I just never picked it up. So but I'm loving it so far. I'm on chapter 13, so I'm only 35% of the way through, but I'm liking it. I think we'll see what happens, but I think I know, like, if I don't know, like, I think I know what's gonna happen. But it's one of those things where I'm like really excited. Like, if I'm right, it's gonna be such a good book, right? Like, you know, when you like know kind of where the author is going with it, but you're like, that's exactly the type of trope that you love, so you're like all for it. That's how I feel right now with this book, so I'm really excited for it. So I'll keep you guys updated if it's, you know, it continues to be a good book. I think, so the reason that I'm reading this one is that I saw on Kindle, it is on Kindle Unlimited, and I saw a different book by the same author on Kindle Unlimited, and I was gonna read that one, but then I was like looking at it and I was like, oh, this is actually, it looks like it was the first in a series that's like a spin-off of this series or something like that, so like in the same world or something, and so I was like, I should read this one first so I don't, you know, spoil anything. And then it turned out to be a book that I had heard about on Book Talk already and just never gotten around to reading, or I don't know, maybe I didn't think I was gonna like it, I don't know, because I didn't really read the like synopsis of it, like the little blurb. I just like started reading it and then I came across the Legion Grey character and I was like, oh, it's this book, like, okay. And yeah, I don't know why I never, because I know I like had looked at getting it before and I just never did. I'm gonna go, I need to go drink my coffee and have a little bit of knitting time before work, so I will check in with you guys after work today with knitting and all of that. Okay, bye. Okay, it's Tuesday. It is almost 7 o'clock. I was over at my parents' house again. And in case you're wondering, yeah, I go over there when they're in town. I go over there quite a bit, just, you know, spend time with them and take my dog over. She has more fun during the workday if she can have other people to hang out with, because I usually, you know, I gotta work and that's boring to her apparently. I don't have a lot of battery left on this camera, so I wanted to show you, I did get a little bit of knitting in today. Not like well, no, I mean like a decent amount, not as much as I would if I was like, you know, not working, like if it was a weekend or something. But I've been working on my snood, and this is where we're at. So I think I finished one of these rows here is like a decrease row, so I think I did that, and then I added this next stripe there, and then I did a little bit more. And this morning, I don't think I said, this morning I wound up these two colors and then the next two that I have to do, and so I was kind of thinking it would be nice to get those next two done today, like tonight, but my wrists are kind of hurting from knitting on this, like switching from the, what is it, I think like US 7s that I'm using for the Semper sweater to these, which are 10.5, so 6.5 millimeters. It just hurts my wrists, so I don't know if I want to do any more knitting today. And also, I keep forgetting the title of this book. I feel like I should remember it, but I feel like some of the romantic-y books, all the titles I feel like sound the same. So Curse of Shadows and Thorns. It's so good. I'm like over 60% of the way through the book, and I still am pretty sure I know like where it's headed. Like I don't know everything. Obviously I could be totally wrong too, but I have a pretty, I think pretty good guess of one of the, you know, plot points, and I really just want to get to that part because I'm really excited for it. So I just want to finish this book today. I think it'll only take me like a couple hours. I feel like, I don't know how many pages are left because it's on my Kindle. I only have the percentage, but I feel like if I was just to read and not knit, I think I would just get a lot of reading done, and I would finish the book tonight and maybe start the second book, and I just feel like that would be that would set me up really nicely to be able to focus tomorrow. Because if I don't finish this book tonight, I'm not gonna be able to focus on anything tomorrow. Like, work is gonna be rough. So, and I need work to not be rough because, you know, I got shit to do. And I mean, I will do it, obviously, but I'm gonna be thinking about this book the whole time and just wishing that I could be reading. So if I read tonight and finish the book and start the next book, it won't be, you know, because you know the book's probably gonna end on a cliffhanger, and then, you know, you know how it is, right? Like, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I just feel like I don't want to do anything else. I mean, I want to knit, and I want to read and knit, but I don't think I can work on this and read, and I don't want to switch to one of my projects with smaller needles because I think it's the switching back and forth is what's hurting my wrists. So I think tomorrow morning, oh my goodness, tomorrow morning, I feel like I've been waking up earlier than normal. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to work on this for maybe like 2 hours in the morning if I have the time. Okay, my battery's about to die. So yeah, that's my plan. And I'm gonna go read, and I will update you guys tomorrow on this guy.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
I just wanted to give a quick little update this morning. I'm gonna have to hop on to work soon, but I just wanted to give a quick little update. I've wound up the last of my minis for the snood. So I'm already knitting with this guy right here. And also, can we just, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but like, can we just take a moment? Like, what if you did like color work with like these colors right here? Like, right? Right? Like, yes, I think so. Or I was also thinking too, what about with these, like this green set here? I think I like this one a little bit better just because they're deeper tones. Like, I like those together, but I also really, we talked about this already, I think. I really like this too. Okay, anyways, so that's the plan today is, if I have any breaks at work today, we'll see how busy it is. I want to get a couple rows done, and then I was also thinking tonight I will focus on this while I edit my knitting podcast, because I filmed that this past weekend and have not edited it yet, and it's Wednesday now, so it is time. And then the other thing I needed to update you guys on is, so the book that I was reading, I feel like it kind of fell apart a little bit at the end, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it kind of was anticlimactic, because like I knew, if you've read the book, I knew where it was headed, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more intense of a reveal, I guess, and it like wasn't. I don't know. And then I also was looking at Goodread reviews and saw a few people mention how this book is YA, like young adult, and that had me kind of confused, because if it is YA, there was a scene in the book where I'm like, if this is a YA book, that scene shouldn't have, in my personal opinion, I don't think that scene should have been in that book or written that way at the very least. So I'm like, is it actually YA, or is it just a slow burn, like, and we just haven't gotten to the spice yet? I don't know. And I get so confused because I feel like this is another book that people were comparing to like From Blood and Ash and ACOTAR, and those might not be the spiciest books. But like From Blood and Ash, like that series has a lot of spice in it. Like it's, at some points it's mostly spice. And like, yeah, so I'm just like, can people stop comparing those like books to YA books? Because like, I just feel like you're setting people up to expect a certain thing and then you don't get that thing, and then it's just confusing. There's nothing on the Amazon page, at least that I can see easily. And I'm looking, but there's nothing here that says that this is a YA series, and I just feel like if it is YA, it should say that it's YA. Not that I'm not opposed to reading YA, I just want to know that it's YA going into it. And I feel like if you're specifically looking for YA, you would skip this book. And again, I just feel like they give different vibes, so I don't know. Anyways, if you have any book recommendations for me, let me know. And I just wanted to update you guys on my plans for today, that I'm going to finish this project. Okay, cool. I'll check in with you guys later. I went upstairs and I was gonna go to sleep. It's like 10 o'clock. I wasn't gonna go to sleep. I was gonna like read and then go to sleep. But I forgot that I didn't update you guys. I updated Instagram and I didn't update you guys that I have finished my snood. So put it on. I feel like it's kind of hard to like get it like around the shoulders. Okay, like it's not because it's tight, just because there's like a lot of fabric. But so I don't know. This is, I'm not really like styling it right now, but I'm so sorry about my squeaky chair. But this is primarily just to be super cozy inside mostly. I don't know how often I will wear it like out and about. I don't know. I think with the right like outfit, it could be kind of cute. But also like it's not something you really wear like underneath like a coat, I feel like, because it doesn't have sleeves. I think it would like bunch up kind of awkwardly if you tried to like wear it underneath a coat. So if it's like raining and stuff, like I probably wouldn't be able to wear it, but you can also like just wear it. Also just wear it as a really big scarf. So, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of, cause like you wear it as a scarf, right? But then if you have to take off your coat, but then you get cold, you can like whoosh. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired, if you couldn't tell. I'm being weird. But this is, I love it so much. On my Instagram, I like literally took a picture of me like this. Not quite like this. And I just feel like if you got really cold, you could just like bundle up. Yeah. So anyways, it's done. It's finished. That was my goal today, was to finish this. I think I told you that. And it's finished. This is how much I have left of the main color. And then I have so many of the little, you know, like I think each of these stripes really only used like, honestly, I don't even think it used like half of the little mini skeins. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. I'll probably just keep them for, probably do some sort of like scrappy blanket at some point and those will just be part of it. And yeah, so I'm actually really happy with this. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it, but so now the dilemma is it's gonna take me a while to weave in all the ends. So I was thinking like each morning I would just try and do maybe like 3 rows of the stripes and weave in the ends from 3 rows. Well, it's actually like each of these is 2 colors, so it would be like 6. So I was like, I could do that, like just each morning, try to do like 6 of the contrast colors to get those ends woven in, and then eventually at some point I will be done. But in the morning, I'm gonna be like, every morning I've woken up, I feel like lately I've been so cold, just wanting to wear this. So I feel like I'm probably gonna end up like putting it on and not being able to weave in the ends for a while because I'm just gonna be cold. So I'll figure something out. Probably have to, like tomorrow while I'm, you know, relaxing after work, I'll just have to weave in the ends. But I'm super happy with this. It turned out really, really well, and can't wait to see what it looks like too after blocking. But yeah, and then if anyone cares, I did do just a regular bind off because the pattern is, I mean, obviously you know to bind off, but the pattern doesn't even tell you to bind off. It's very minimal, which I think is funny because I'm just so used to, like, I feel like the norm now is to go into more detail. Not that this needed more detail, but just, yeah, I just thought it was funny. Like, it just ends, the pattern just ends. So yeah, I just did the regular bind off and I think it looks good, and it's, you know, it's not something that I needed to worry about it like being, like the bind off being tight or anything and not stretchy. Like, it doesn't matter if it's stretchy or not. So, because it goes over my head perfectly. Like, I think I might end the vlog here. I think I said I was going to end the vlog here so that I could get it uploaded like soon. So I'll probably start one maybe on like Friday. Might start a new vlog. So I'll actually remember to do an outro. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this knitting vlog. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you were knitting on while watching, if you were knitting. And yeah, I hope you had a fantastic week or are having a fantastic week. Update me with what's going on with your projects. Let me know. What are you going to be knitting on next? Just tell me all about your knitting stuff. Don't forget to watch my latest podcast episode if you haven't watched it yet. And other than that, I'm gonna go and wrap this up. So again, thank you so much for being here. Oh, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already and you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe. And I will see you in my next knitting podcast or my next knitting vlog. Hopefully it'll be another vlog. I hope to vlog soon, so it should be, my next video should also be a vlog. So anyways, I will see you in my next video. Happy knitting. Bye.
Alright, this is a song that I wrote about falling too fast, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
I don't wanna lose my grounding, so you catch me not responding. And I press my lips together so you don't find any answers.